So as we've seen, there's a number of different things that can wreak havoc with the airline schedules. If we return for a moment to the passenger we looked at earlier, traveling from Boston to Kansas City, we realize that his connection times, in this case from 7:47 to 8:18, is only about a half an hour, and his connection in Dallas from 10:10 to 10:35 is only 25 minutes. If either of those flights had been delayed in departure or in arrival by 20-25 minutes, this passenger may very well have missed his connections, and then would have been stranded and forced to rebook on different flights in order to get to Kansas City. Well, passengers aren't the only thing that's inconvenienced by delays. Certainly the airlines are as well. If we were to return to that 757 from Lorry Lines that was supposed to begin its day at JFK, we realize that if anything had gone wrong at all during Flight 463, a delay in departure or a delay in arrival, that would have affected the other flights that aircraft was supposed to fly that day as well, whether it be Flight 128 going to O'Hare, 129 returning from O'Hare, 484 to LAX, and 683, the overnight flight back to Dallas. In fact, it also would have affected any flights that were expecting to have an aircraft beginning the day at Dallas-Fort Worth the next day. All of these flights would have to either be delayed to use the same aircraft or reassigned to different aircraft. Well, as we've seen, there are a lot of decisions that the player must make during the course of the game. Everything from entering and exiting markets, fleet purchase and management, acquiring facilities such as gates and maintenance facilities, scheduling the flights, assigning the aircraft to those flights, setting the fares of the flights, and then of course managing delays like weather and traffic maintenance delays. However, you don't have to do it alone. We will be including the concept of advisors and assistants in the game, and they'll be available in all areas of the game that we just mentioned. They use the same artificial intelligence routines that are used for the computer airlines, and so at any time the player would be able to ask the advisor for a suggestion in one given situation, or leave it to the assistant, in which case you would be telling the assistant, I want you to handle all of these types of decisions until I tell you otherwise. Now you can either leave it at the default, or the player could set general parameters to get different decision ranges for each task. For example, how long do you want to delay a flight before you decide to cancel it? So this allows for highly customizable gameplay. You can concentrate on what you want to do and leave things that you're not necessarily interested in or don't feel comfortable doing up to the computer. As you can see, we've gone to great lengths to model in great detail real passengers with real priorities that move around in a real world, fly on realistic airlines that are making realistic decisions, which gives in the end the player the opportunity to face real challenges. And the result of this is that we are offering to the gaming community something which they have never had before, a real airline simulation. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to learn more about Airline Traffic Manager. If you have any questions about the game, about Intrinsic Algorithm, or wish to discuss development details further, please feel free to contact me using the contact information that's included in the development proposal that's on the CD. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.